Are you unsure how to adjust the exact spot where your Rainbird rotor stops spinning and reverses direction? Do you need to make just one small change, but messing with it feels like operating a spaceship? Today, we're going to show you how to make adjustments to your Rainbird rotor's arc. We'll be using a 5000 series rotor, but this works with the 5000 Plus and others made by Rainbird. My goal in this video is that you should only need to watch it once. So first, I'm going to do the quick, no-nonsense guide, and then for the rest of the video, I'm going to break it down in depth for you. To make adjustments to a Rainbird rotor, all you need is the Rainbird rotor tool or a flathead screwdriver. Because the two adjustment slots on the top of the rotor are simply screws that are covered up by this rubber top. To adjust the arc, which is how much the sprinkler turns, set the left stop by turning the sprinkler head to the left until it clicks where you want it to start. Adjust the right stop using the screw marked with a plus and minus. Turn it clockwise to make it turn farther to the right and counterclockwise to make it turn less. If you mess up the left stop, we'll show you how to fix that later in the video. We've set chapter markers so you can easily skip forward to that part of the video. Before I move on, if this video has been helpful so far, give us a like below so it can be helpful for others as well. All right, now arc adjustment can be a little bit confusing, so let's go over it in depth. And recall, this is how far the turret turns during operation, anywhere from 40 to a full circle at 360 degrees. This you can use to keep the spray from the rotor from hitting things that you don't want it to, like the side of the house or the garage or the sidewalk or a driveway. Here on the arc adjustment slot, you can see a plus and a minus. Turning it clockwise or towards the plus is going to make the rotor turn further. Turning it counterclockwise or towards the minus sign will make it not turn as far. When adjusting a Rainbird rotor, the arc adjustment slot only adjusts the right stop. So if I were to increase the arc by turning towards the plus side, it would turn further to the right, but it would still stop in the same place to the left. When you're adjusting the spray arc, each 90-degree turn will add or remove 90 degrees, depending on which way you're turning it. When the maximum arc of 360 degrees or the minimum arc of 40 degrees is achieved, you hear a ratcheting noise come from the rotor. That's a signal not to manipulate it too much more or you risk damaging the gears. It's usually best to make all the adjustments you can using the right, but sometimes you will have to adjust the left, and I'll show you how here in a few moments. But first, let's go over the basics on adjusting the right-hand stop. First thing you want to do when you're adjusting the arc is to find your left and right stop. This way you know where it's already spraying to see what you even need to change to begin with. To do so, simply use your hand and turn it counterclockwise until you hear the click of it stopping. We're now at the very start of the rotor cycle. Now we can turn it to the right and hear the same thing, and we'll know exactly where this is spraying. And that is where it's going to stop before it returns to the left. And now we know where our rotor is spraying. It ends right here and it begins right here. Now, let's say we wanted to do more than 180 degrees, somewhere between 250 to 270 degrees. Using a flathead screwdriver or our Rainbird tool, we insert it into the arc adjustment slot. I want to increase the arc, so I'm going to turn it clockwise or towards the plus side. And there we go. We've almost got a full circle, but not quite. Now, if you're having any difficulty with this part, you can actually do this while the rotor is on. That way you can see where it begins and ends with the stream of water coming out. If you want to adjust the arc while the rotor is running, Rainbird recommends adjusting the arc adjustment screw only in the direction the rotor is turning. One trick you can use if you want to avoid adjustment while the sprinkler is running is to increase the arc so the right stop is further right than what you're aiming for. Rotate the turret all the way to the right. This way the arrow displays where the right stop is currently set. Then reduce the arc and use the arrow as a guide. The arrow will turn as you reduce the arc. The arrow, in this case, signifies where the right stop is located, and you can just stop when the arrow hits the arc you were aiming for. Though it's best to make adjustments to the right stop, sometimes you're going to have to do it from the left, and there's a couple ways to do that. No matter what method you're using, the first step is always to first find your left stop. When you hear it click at the left stop, you know you're at the very start of the arc. Now, this first method only applies if you have a Rainbird 5000 rotor that's been in the ground for 2 weeks or less. If yours has been in the ground for more than 2 weeks, please fast forward to the next method. In addition to that, avoid using this method while the water is running. Skip to the next method to adjust the left stop while the water is running. Now, let's say we want that stop to be a little bit further to the left. On a Rainbird rotor, you can simply gently continue to turn the top a little bit. This will push both the left and right stops over simultaneously. Then, if necessary, you can readjust the right stop with the adjustment slot. When you check your arc, listen for the little click that signals that you've reached the end of the arc. If you go too far with your left stop adjustment, you'll need to rotate the entire rotor back to set the left stop correctly, as it only adjusts in one direction. Then from there, you'd adjust your right stop accordingly. That's how you adjust the arc on all newer Rainbird rotors. But what if you have an older one? In that case, the left stop is actually fixed and cannot be changed. To adjust the left stop in those cases, first you want to position the turret at the left stop. Then you'll probably have to dig around the body in order to get the leverage you need to adjust the stop by tightening or loosening the entire body. There we go. We just adjusted the left stop by tightening it onto its connection a little bit tighter. Keep in mind, as you just saw, this method moves both the left and the right stop. That means if you adjust the left stop by tightening the rotor on its threads, you'll need to go back and check whether adjustment on the right stop is needed. You could use some channel locks to reduce or eliminate the need to dig, but you do want to be careful of over-tightening or loosening too much. If you over-tighten it, you could crack your rotor. If it's too loose, it could leak. And in those situations, there is one more method you can do that is very effective. For this method, simply unthread the body from the case, and we're going to lift the whole body out and rotate it wherever you want the left stop to be, like this. Pull the body out until you can rotate it freely. Then you can align the left stop wherever you would like. Then push the turret back into the housing, hold your left stop, and tighten the cap back up. And there we are. That's our new left stop. Similar to the other method, this will change both the left and right stop. So, further adjustment may be necessary.